Good afternoon, everybody. If I could have everybody stand and, I don't know, is it Noel or somebody leading this in the pledge?
We'll do it. Okay. Pledge of allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, everybody, and want to get right into our, making sure we know who our visitors are. Michelle just made it into for our leaders. Anybody needs to give a third.
Thank you.
So first, I'll ask Raina because she just put food in her mouth. Sorry. So, introduce our students.
All right, we have Maureen here inbound, and then it is December, so we have new Rotary Students of the Month. We have Caroline Gardner and Amy McCurrow.
And our back table, I think that's Rick's back to me, so I'll guess your new members there. So, okay, Noel, yep, Noel is guest.
So I have Ty Hillebrand. He is the general manager at Central Lincoln PUD joining us today.
I remember him when we lose power, they
So Ty's going to be one of our speakers or presenters in January, and we are to figure out. I have the wrong phone with Ty, sorry, to get to that email account, but I'll get confirmed with you when that is. But also at your table, I know we have a visiting Rotarian. I recognize from Lincoln City. Natalie Schaefer.
Natalie Schaefer, Lincoln City Rotary.
Okay, well, here we've got our presenters from Pacific Seafood, Brianna and Bella. Sorry, thank you, appreciate it. And it looks like everyone else are, oh, sorry, Michelle, you got your.
My mom is here.
Do you have another announcement? You want it?
Oh, yeah. You want me to do it now or later?
Well,
I was gonna go grab lunch.
yeah, go ahead and grab lunch, yeah. So I want to just greet everybody and say thank you again to our first to our greeters. Thanks, sorry about that, I should have told you, Tony. Thanks to Stephanie and Noel for volunteering to be greeters today. As a reminder, we're going to be starting a duty roster for greeters starting in January. And Stephanie and Noel, you will not be the first ones on it. I know you were last week, I think, too, or the week before. But we'll be rotating that. And we're just working out some of the kinks because I want to try to make sure that we're not just doing it just alphabetically, that we're also maybe mixing a newer, like 3 years and less member with a 3 years and more member, just so that we have a little more balance with it. And there'll be, grace period. Obviously, I understand if people already have things planned or are unavailable, we're going to work those out. But hopefully by March, we'll be on the person who's on the calendar to find a replacement if they're not able to do it. But in the meantime, do expect support for it. I'm not trying to make anybody. So as I also wanted to just again greet especially our Red Badge members, our Students of the Month, and our Exchange Student Marine, as well as again greeting Bella and Brianna for being our presenters and representing Pacific Seafood. Thank you to all our members, especially Amy for scheduling this program, and Marisa. I don't believe it's here right now, but she's been doing a bang up job, kind of shepherding the Red Badge members. We've had a whole bunch of Red Badges go to blue. We have, I think she told me 9 current Red Badges. So Marisa's been doing really great with that. One quick kind of reminder, December, because we're just starting here and this is our first meeting and we only have 2 meetings in December. December is Disease Prevention and Treatment Month. So when you're considering your end of year charitable giving, whether for tax purposes or just because that's when you do it, or for gifts, I oftentimes have people in my family who they don't want anything anymore. So getting them gifts of like a donation's been made in your name, that type of thing. Please consider the Polio Plus for the Rotary Foundation, but also, it's disease prevention and treatment. It's not just Polio Plus through Rotary, but also there's so many other opportunities. There's a lot of cancer research, cancer treatment, local Samaritan Foundation. There's a lot of opportunities to recognize this as disease prevention and treatment. Wanted to say I didn't have a newsletter out. I'm sure I'm not the only one who's had a kind of a busy end of last month, either with holiday plans or guests. But I will be out hopefully over this weekend. So it'll be available because I know we only have, again, one more regular meeting this month. So I want to do a brief introduction to Pacific Seafood. They didn't ask us to do this, but I just wanted to say, I'm sure everyone here is familiar at least with the name, but they've been an integral part of the Newport community. I know broader in Oregon, but here in Newport since I think around the time I was in high school. It's been a long time, or at least college. But I can't really remember exactly when, but and they're not just important to our fishing industry, which is obviously the cornerstone for our economy and everything else here. They've been a really important community partner. They're, like I said, a linchpin in our economy, not just as an employer, but for providing services for our fishing fleet, for processing. They're involved in sustainability and environmental protection, and not just for selfish reasons. Obviously that's part of their business. They want to have the best product and to be processed, but it's clear to me that they're also, it's in their heart, because one of my favorite things to do here is the Cast for Kids, and I know they've always been a sponsor for that, a big sponsor. And if anybody hasn't done that before, it's great. It's a great chance to be with the kids, seeing a kid catch their first fish, things like that. It's really cool to see. And they partner with a whole bunch of people who own boats, and they also do it with Valhalla Reservoir for shore fishing. But it is a lot of fun. And if you haven't done that before, it's one of the things I would like to see maybe our group get involved with. So I know they've been a corporate sponsor for that, and I know they've probably been involved in a lot of other ways that I'm not aware of. But I just wanted to say that besides the way you probably know of them in the community as being such a linchpin to our economy, they're also a great community partner. So please join me in welcoming Bella and Brianna.
Perfect. Thank you so much, everyone. We're so honored to be here. John Moody, our fantastic general manager that many of you may know as a community member here, had a family emergency and is actually out of state. So he sends his apologies. Our thoughts and prayers are with him and his family, but he trusted us to make sure we're good stewards and excited to be here with you guys. So Brianna put together this fantastic presentation, our external affairs coordinator, and is trusting me with doing that. So do you need me to do anything to transfer this over? Please pause for technical.
I can work on PCs. It's my religion.
No worries. I guess I'll just share it. Okay, I got it. We just need to share. There we go.
She's worth it. Horrible time.
Thank you. Great.
They still make those?
I'm sorry, PCs still work. Way better.
We got a little bit of a divide in here. But
Barely. We have a house divided.
I know, house divided. Oregon State, I'm gonna say that she's a U of O, so we won't start that conversation. But
Oh, hi.
okay.
The right. Says, what did they do? Sit down.
Awesome. So I'll start off with actually introducing myself. So Bella Johnson, I am the government affairs specialist at our headquarters in Clackamas. And so I get the honor of serving our local, state, and federal for fishery policy. So any way that we can support our fishermen, our processors, and seafood industry. This is such a critical part of the blue economy. And a lot of that management decision is made at the state, federal level. And we want to be a part of those conversations and making sure that is done in a sustainable stewardship mindset, but with the fishermen and industry in mind. And so that's my job, to make sure that words matter for a lot of these regulations and that our voices are heard for that. So that's a little bit of my background. And then at Pacific, our mission and vision is actually feeding the world the healthiest protein on the planet. And our vision is to be the brand of choice in the market and the employer choice in the community. So we really value our best resources, our team members. And so making sure that they're a part of the conversation and they're focused in that. So we love each of our locations and our team members. So the Pacific story, we started in 1921 with the first Frank Dulcich arrived to America, and he made his way to Portland, Oregon, and really found a heart in seafood. We opened our first storefront in 1941 downtown at a Powell Street location, and then it runs in the family. It was a family business. Frank, our current CEO's father, took over that storefront. They partnered. It's a great story if you ever have time to look on YouTube, seeing their work together. But really, our current CEO, Frank, in the 1980s, expanded to the distribution and really uplifted to what it is today for Pacific Seafood. And a large part of that started in Oregon. So where's Pacific Seafood today? There we go. It's lagging a little bit. We are still family owned and operated, which is an amazing benefit. It's a little big company, as I like to say, with over 3,500 team members now, but it feels like just a family anywhere you go. Pacific Seafood Newport feels exactly how you feel in Kodiak, Alaska, or in Texas. So it's a very big honor. We have a really great culture here at Pacific. We're headquartered in Clackamas, and then we have over 40 locations across 3 countries and then the United States, and we serve 50 states in the world. So very honored to have this impact. So specifically, Pacific Newport, we have operated in Newport since 1996, but have expanded to what we are today in 2017. Our Newport facility was the first seafood plant on the US West Coast to earn a BRC certification. That's food safety for some international markets, which is awesome. And very honored, and that's a big testament to our team focus and what that means together to bring the healthiest protein on the planet and making sure our facility and those top-notch makes it to consumers and families all across the globe. So that's a very big honor that we like to have. We also employ up to 400 team members throughout the year, depending on seasonality and all those parts. But we love being an employer here and a big impact that way. And then our plant primarily processes Pacific whiting, pink shrimp, rockfish, black cod, and Dungeness crab, which season is coming soon. We're excited. And averaging about 75 to 100 million pounds of seafood each year. So that is a pretty big number. I don't even really know how to quantify it until I come into the plant and see what that looks like every day. But today I'm going to focus on 2 main products, Pacific whiting and pink shrimp. So Pacific whiting, also known as hake, it is the most abundant species along the West Coast. How many of you have had whiting before? Yeah, I'm glad. Yay, of course. It's in our backyard. So it's a really delicious, versatile whitefish that's flavorful, flaky texture. It's wild caught here by our fishermen. It's MSC certified. You can have it in so many different ways, and it's really delicious, but not everybody knows about it, unless you're, of course, in Newport. And then we're trying to change that across the nation as well. We did a really fantastic partnership with Local Ocean, which we love supporting and partnering anytime we can here to really uplift that whiting. So it was a limited time menu item that was co-created, and we worked with the Local Ocean chef to really highlight this delicious fish in some alternative ways, or ways that people might not have experienced before. And so with consumers, we really wanted to create a survey, have feedback while they're experiencing it, and then also get a 50% off, because who doesn't love a little deal when you're trying something new? Education at it, again, with these different fish, people wanting to try new things, getting more open to seafood. We want to have key facts, a storytelling, industry role, really bring what boat to table or boat to plate means each time someone is having that, especially as a first-time consumer. And then impact, this drives awareness for whiting, really gives us better perspective and insights as we're continuing to grow, and then demonstrates how chef partnerships can utilize this lesser known species, but soon to be well-known species. Okay, cold water pink shrimp, one of our favorites. So it's known for its clean, sweet flavor, high protein per serving. It's immediately after harvest, our shrimp is frozen, clean, processed, and cooked. And so this really helps with the quality for it. We're really big in partnering with our fisher partners and then how we handle it from our processing. There's a lot of hands that touch each of the fish as it goes. So we really want to maintain that quality before it meets our consumer. And with such a small shrimp, you got to make sure that our processes are dialed in. And then only shrimp in quantities large enough to be commercially fished. MSC certified, and then it's wild caught off the West Coast, of course. And we're gonna skip the video today, but we will be sending this to your guys' group just to make sure the lagging and sound works. But would love to show you a little bit the inside of what it looks to actually be fished, some insights from our team members, and then what it looks like to be processed. So it's a pretty cool one if you get a moment. Pause and go. So thank you for the intro for Cast for Kids, because one of my past lives at Pacific, I was a community engagement coordinator and got the honor of working with Cast for Kids and have been to that event multiple times. And it's just incredible. It's a great heart moment to see what that organization does and the families that come year over year. I've seen some families for 20 years. So talking about a little bit more of where we do our donation. Bay City Cruisers, Coos Bay Coast League, Eddyville Charter School, Hattville Student Organization, Lincoln County 4-H, Newport Boosters, go Boosters, the Chamber, the Fishermen's Wives, of course, always want to support the Food Pantry, High School, Rocky Mountain Elk Foundation, Samaritan House, Swiss Law Softball, Toledo Elementary, and Walport High School are just a few of our community partners. But to go into a little bit of in-depth for the Newport Food Pantry, Pacific partnered with them to bring some of our seafood straight from our backyard to them and have available. We donated over 900 pounds of wild-caught pink shrimp, fully cooked and ready to eat. I think that's a really part of food security. And we want to be a part of that conversation is how can we make this easy and approachable, especially for new products, but healthy protein sources for people in need. And so a cooked and ready product seems like the best fit for that. And we were really excited to partner with the Newport Food Pantry with it. Second is the Cast for Kids. So we are so excited to be their Western corporate sponsor for the last couple of years. And anytime that we can help provide fishing gear or support on the actual boats for the Dungeness crab and give that experience and see the kids' faces the first time they pull a crab pot up and they get it is pretty unique. And you actually cook it on site here, and we're able to do a seafood boil. And it's just a great event. So anytime that you guys have the opportunity, this is typically in June or July during the summertime. So definitely one to put on your books if you have the capacity. And then we're super honored on our location. We love to uplift and promote from within. So we have this program called Team Blue. And this is our frontline leadership development program that we really work with our team members from our production floor and entry level and identify them as really strong candidates for leadership and what their career looks like and investment into our community. And so we go through training programs, really work with them one-on-one with career paths. What do they see? What do they want to have in their careers? And then they actually graduate, and our fantastic HR manager brought in graduation hats and little stools for that. So every year we really try to look and uplift as many team members as we can to be a part of that integral part of our community. Okay, and then this year we were really excited and honored to be voted top workplace in Oregon. And this is the reflection of our vision and hopefully continue to be the brand of choice in the markets and the employer of choice in our communities. So very big honor that we had, and is a big testament to all our team members for making that vision come true. And then this year, we always love World Oceans Day. So we did a cleanup for the 4th annual trash pickup, or rest pickup, as we like to call it, which we have collected over 124 pounds this year. And then in general, we've removed over 3,000 pounds of debris and 12,000 overall, which is pretty impactful. And it's always fun to get out, get moving with your team and make the environment better. And then lastly, some more of our fantastic certifications that we're very proud of and always moving to be the best in and making sure our practices are sustainable. We have 27 MSC certified facilities, 64 species certified, 5 BAP certifications, 6 certified species, and first and only for the 4-star BAP oyster and steelhead in the world, which is a very big accolade and again, a testament to our team members and their work to go into that. And then lastly, we have 6 ASC certified facilities and 4 of those farm species. But with that, I would love to open up to any questions that you guys have. It's
Where do you operate internationally?
internationally, that's a good question. So we have an office in Germany, and then some partners in Asia that I am blanking on the exact countries, but I can follow up with that one. But one of our new ones.
Taiwan, probably.
Yeah. So, but very excited. We just opened that Germany one this year. Any questions? I know, the microphone is.
Work.
All good.
I want to talk to you a little bit about FFA when you're done.
Okay.
Don't worry.
I would love it.
I have more questions.
Okay.
I teach international management online for Washington State University, go Cougs. And well, go Ducks, go all of them, I don't care. But
Find Tanya another $5.
I have what I call entrepreneurial mentors for my class. This gentleman over here, Jim King with the Central Coast Food Web, is a mentor. Oregon Oyster Farms is a mentor, and now I've written a case study about them. Local Ocean is a mentor. Anyway, I'd love for your company to be a mentor.
Fantastic. I'd love to connect with you. And we'll get in the right channels for that, but that would be awesome.
I have a question. Question is the crowd. How much stays here in the United States and how much gets shipped over?
Ooh, that is a good question that I may have to follow up on. Just because that's a sales side. I should probably know that off the top of my head, but I can follow up on that and get it. But we traditionally do cooked and processed, and I think that gets delivered to a majority of our retail partners here on stateside, but I don't have the percentage right off the top of my head. So thank you for that great question. Apologize, I can't answer right off the bat, but we'll follow up on that. And then also, we do have a fantastic internship program. So if any of you have college students or students in the future, we would love to chat through what that looks like. We have a really robust internship program during the summer. It's a 12-week program. It's different locations throughout the company. So you could be in Kodiak, you could be in Clackamas, you could be at Newport, designed for each of the departments, but really they get a full course, full week of a rundown exactly what we are as a company. They come to Newport, they come to Warrington, see our processing, see our philosophy, our culture. They get introduced to our executive leadership. And actually throughout the program, they're working on a project for innovation or something that they see that our company could be doing better, or an idea that they have, and they pitch it in front of our leadership at the end of the summer. And the person that wins that I3 challenge actually is offered a full-time position. So it's a really big honor. They get a lot of different opportunities to see Pacific and some really great training along the way. So if anyone's interested, always connect that way.
So one of the more colorful products that is fished here, I didn't notice that on your list. I thought I might ask why. How about hagfish? Why no entertainment in hagfish?
Interesting. That might be a question for John for it, but sometimes for species, it's based on volume. And so a lot of the time it's just what's volume wise can we run through the plant is traditionally the answer, but I'm going to defer to John for the official one for that processing production side. But a lot of the time it needs to make sense volume for us to process.
You just make that fish up. No.
Do you do tours? Can you come down to the plant and tour around? Do you do that?
We do tours, and so if you want to come see our operations, I would definitely invite you to send us a message, or we can get connected this way. And we always love to see and bring groups through what we do and show our team members and hard work, because it is pretty impressive to see how much effort goes in from a whole fish to the end product, and what it takes, what a village literally it takes for the food on your plate. And so we're always honored to show off that.
Yeah, the surimi plant had a few years where it didn't operate. Has that stabilized, or is that still a real challenge in producing that economically?
That's a great question. And unfortunately, it's still a challenge. I think international markets of flooding in general for that product has been a struggle the last few years. And that's where that hard decision for hibernation really was, because you just can't compete with that product at what it was due to international factors. And so I'd have to get back to you on the update of where that is for an at-large perspective, but it's still a struggle, unfortunately.
Anyone questions?
Thank you so much.
Of course, thank you all.
Bella, if I could have you stay up here and Brianna.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, stop sharing. There we go.
Okay.
I go.
He wants us here.
Okay.
So, everybody done? Okay, so Bella and Brianna, one of the main goals for Rotary is to try to eliminate wild polio. And so as a thank you for you guys presenting today, and for our students and for our members, we'd like to vaccinate 50 children against polio in each of your names.
Thank you all.
That's so sweet. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Yeah.
We're gonna cover up. Yeah. Thank you so much, guys.
And thank you all for having us.
Yes, thank
Please
you
let
so
us know if
much.
you have questions.
Thank you. You guys, it's okay. Just doing
We're
business.
good here to.
Yeah, we're good. Thank you guys so much.
Please grab some food. So I want to make some quick announcements, and then I'll open it up, since we seem to have a lot of team spirit. Maybe we'll have some happy bugs today. So I want to, for people who don't, since I didn't get another newsletter out, but it wasn't our last one, tonight is our microplastic beach cleanup recognition and celebration award night at the library at 5:30. Guy will be emceeing that, but it's basically for the groups. If for people that didn't remember, we have a lot of groups do the microplastic beach cleanup. So another thing for Pacific Seafood, one of the things we're trying to do is get the microplastics cleaned up so they get out of our wildlife systems and all that too. So when I can't remember if we were close to 100 and some pounds, I think this summer. When it starts as microplastics, it's a lot of little pieces of microplastic.
About 184.
184 pounds of microplastic, and that's done by schools, school kids, different groups. And so what Guy has set up is that if we get the groups to do it, they get their name in a drawing and they can win $1,000, and that's what the award ceremony is for tonight. So if people can come and congratulate those groups and see the winner, that'd be great. There'll be some food provided, and again 5:30 at the McEntee room. Correct, okay?
Right.
Okay. And so another thing that I want to bring up, I guess I won't call it bad news, but because I think it's good news. But for the last couple of board meetings, we've been discussing upping our quarterly dues, and we did decide to do that. We passed a motion at our meeting on Tuesday. This has to do, at least in part, with we've had 6 months now to kind of digest economically. I think everybody likes the location here and the food. But there are some added costs. We don't get we have to do reusable or recyclable plates, silverware. I won't call it silverware, I guess, bamboo, whatever. But so there are some added costs, and so we need to reflect that dues. So it's only going up $25 a quarter, but I just wanted to announce, make sure everybody knows it's going up $24.05 a quarter. And just so in general, we have 60 members about, so that people understand that's about $6,000 a year. And that will cover the difference, and probably a little bit more, but we don't know exactly all the numbers yet because it has changed. And it will change probably again if we change restaurants multiple times and stuff like that.
Right.
But this should help keep the regular account from going down. I also wanted to mention, and I know Helena's here and Keith, but I sent out the friendship exchange letter, just an interest letter that they had drafted to the membership and our friends. And mainly what that's for is to try to get to know who's interested and what kind of interest. There's lots of different ways you can be interested and help out with that if you want. But they need to know because we can't just like decide at the last second to host people from another country. It takes some work in advance, so we need to know who's on board. So please, if you haven't looked at that, please look at it. And I don't know if Helena or Keith, if you have something else you want to say about it.
Yes, we've had a great time in prior years, and if you think you might like to do something like that, we can dabble in it a little bit by joining with another club and go visit when they have foreign people coming in. And if we can't put a whole team together, if someone's interested in going internationally with another club, they're usually very receptive to that. But we do have to have a little communication and have an idea if there's any interest at all in doing this. It's kind of the adult edition of the Rotary Youth Exchange. And it's wonderful to get to know these people around the world and have them know us, especially in times like this where there's a lot of misconception about what's going on. The kids are doing great. It would be wonderful if we could have adults join in here and there when an opportunity comes along.
And it's, it's not just people coming here and us hosting. Other interested in going other places. But we need to know who's interested and because it does take planning.
I would just add to that, I think we have much maybe for places in the US that might want to visit us. And someone could be probably a little bit agile as we think about how to adapt so that we can share tours with local companies like you just heard.
So we were just talking about, I go on some of those tours and it'd be nice to force us to do some of the local things because we have guests in town. So it's a great opportunity even for us to all connect.
Next, again, a reminder, because I think today's the day, kind of some stuff all fell on today to make sure the holiday celebration dinner is December 18th. So not next Thursday, but the Thursday after. That's why we don't have another meeting this year because we don't have one on December 18th and most of us probably have some plans on December 25th. So that next week is the last regular meeting, but you need to please sign up. I think today's the day that they need to have the right numbers, not just for food, but for so that Tanya can plan everything else that goes into Tanya hostess with the mostest planning. That has to happen because it's not simple. So giving her 2 weeks notice is pretty short. So please, if you're going to sign up, I think we're in the neighborhood of 35 people signed up so far. But the more the merrier. We have a great time and it's always a lot of fun. I wanted to mention a couple other things and then I'll open it up. But Amy will be at Pell's this year over Seafood and Wine Festival, which is February 19th, 22nd. So Thompson Sanitary, I know, is still going to be championing the waste and recycling so that we have as minimal of a environmental impact. It's a great festival, but with that many people coming to visit, that much food, that much drink, all that happening, it can become a big waste situation as well. So they do a great job at trying to minimize that. And one of the things that if you haven't been here in the past or done it in the past is that our club and other clubs, all nonprofits and all, they usually have it set up. Thompson sets it up so that you can sign up for shifts and basically there's lots of different things. It's not all physically demanding. You're not carrying big bags of garbage or stuff like that. If that's not what you do, it can't just be directing people to the right bin so they know that their food waste goes in a certain bin and other things go to a different bin. So it doesn't take a lot of manual labor. But for each person who signs up each shift, they get to designate their a club. It could be altrusive, it could be Rotary, it could be, there's lots of different choices. I, of course, encourage Rotary, but then that money goes to the club. So for doing a shift. So it's a great service that Thompson's provides to allow the different nonprofits to earn some money and do something within their wheelhouse of their service projects. So please consider that.
Yes.
Yeah, and usually, so I don't know, I'm not gonna say for sure, but usually in the past, you get a 3-day pass, you get the full pass to the, so. But if and if you don't want that, we can give it to somebody else if you're gonna be signing up each day anyways. And you can sign up for more than one shift, and it doesn't have to be you, it can be a family member, anything like that, just steer them in that direction. But I think that sign up, it's not up, it'll be up soon. But again, that's February 19th to the 22nd. And I wanted to verify this with Keith and Diane. I had written down that the vocational lunch is December 18th, but that's a Thursday, and usually it's a Tuesday.
I think I misspoke. It's Tuesday, the
16th. Okay. Great. So the next vocational lunch is the 16th, and Diane's gonna be putting that on, I think.
Yes, I will.
And I also put on the table something that Diane had brought up for the local business. I'll let her present that.
Hi, everybody. I believe in supporting women businesses. There is a business that is right by, I'm gonna look up the name, Asiatico. It's called Oceans of Time Boutique, and they're hosting a food drive for families in need. You have a flyer on your desk, and if you bring in 3 food items, it can be a can. I've done it a couple of times with her, and she gives you 30% off. And I gotta tell you, I have 2 of the most comfortable pair of slippers, and I get to go in one more time. She's just a small business. And she pronounces, instead of Helena, she pronounces her name Helena. Anyway. And okay, so since I have a microphone, 2 more minutes. I own 2 businesses. One of them is called Yogata LLC. We are doing 2 shows this weekend, one at the Presbyterian Church on 12th Street, and the other one is at Assembly of God Church. It's Friday and Saturday. The one at Presbyterian is only on Saturday. So please come and say hi and maybe buy a bag. Or my other friend is going to be there. She's called the Crochet Gal, and you can buy some really cool things for Christmas. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, so I'll open up the Happy Bucks, and I will start it out. Oh yeah, sure, Stephanie, sorry about that.
Hi, everyone. We have down at one of my businesses at Archway Market, 11 tags left for the Angel Tree program for Salvation Army. My business has already taken some, my staff has, but out of 25, there's still 11 kids left, ages, I think, 23 months to 17 years. And they all have a wish list, and you can drop it off, like Michelle has said, at Salvation Army or at my market. I'll bring it down too. And they're due in about 2 weeks. So that means it's getting kind of tight on time to shop online.
11 days.
11 days, yeah. But that would be really awesome if you know anybody, you could spread the word to come grab one in my store.
The wish list.
They're inside Archway Market down in Nye Beach, and we're open 9 to 7 every day.
Okay.
So that would be really helpful. Thank you.
I'm sorry, I want to make sure.
Yeah.
Michelle followed this one. I don't want to disrupt the dog.
Yeah, there's Christmas is in full swing, so, yeah, we have an Angel Tree at Archway Market, we have one at Walmart, we have, like a general toy collection going at, Fred Meyer. I'm taking tags over to Oregon Coast Bank on my way out, for seniors. And I've got some over at Columbia Bank, they're all over town, so if you go into a business, ask them if they have an Angel Tree, the answer is maybe. But we do also have, if you don't want to go out and like shop specifically on those wish lists, we have an Angel Tree registry with Walmart, walmartangeltree.com, super simple. Search by the zip code, brings up the Lincoln County wish list registry, and you can go through there and shop. In the middle of this, I also want to say, I want to give 20 happy dollars because
somebody in the community, the day before Thanksgiving, we got a delivery of like 30 toddler-sized coats from our Angel Tree wish list, our registry, and that was huge. We want to make sure that every kid that gets Christmas presents from us gets a sweatshirt or a coat or something like that. So that is super helpful. And of course, our kettles are out. Thank you to Lynn or she's not here. Is she here? No, yes, that is okay.
Under the hat.
Lynn has bell rang for us several times now. The Thompsons are signed up to ring, next week. Yeah, something like that. It's on my calendar. Anyway, so, there's the challenge out to Rotary. You can also Red Kettle Newport, set up an online kettle and do it that way if you don't want to stand outside and ring a bell or whatever. There's lots of opportunities everywhere. Just, y'all have my contact information either directly or through DAC TV. So reach out to me, let me know. We need a lot of help in the warehouse. We need a lot of help just in every area. Our distribution is in 2 weeks.
Just to verify, Michelle, it was walmartangeltree.com if you want to do it online
Yeah.
and go to the Newport.
Yeah, and I curate that registry, so the things that are on there are the, either the items or the age groups that kind of get forgotten. So mostly it's the babies 12 months and under and teenagers 13 and over. There's a lot of stuff on the registry for those age groups. And then a ton of coats on there and stuff that I put on, so you can go on and just shop it. It comes, then it ships directly to us. And then we process it and get it to the kids.
It's the same time limit for that though.
Yes,
So
we want to try to have all toys, everything returned by December 15th. Because our distribution is on the 19th and 20th. We also have about 350 seniors that we are providing gifts for this year, on top of more than 400 kids. So, yeah, please look for an angel tree and shop.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Oh, Rick, sorry.
Thank you. I am happy and I could be happy. So I am happy to all the people that helped in our fundraiser. We will be getting you out a thank you letter for your tax man. And I could be happy because it's coming up on the end of the year, as our president was mentioning. Think about RI if you want to know where your points are at. We have a whole bunch of people that are halfway there or more. So just ask me, text me is best. I'm better by text and phone, and I can tell you where you're at on points. Thank you. And $50.
Rick, all right.
Rotary International.
I think you knew that, Julie.
Somebody jobs.
Dana?
How many of you in here are going to the Christmas party? I see it.
Whether you know it or not, go.
Okay. Women, you can put your hands down. Men, keep your hands up. I am looking for Santa. Please, we got children coming.
Thought you were
and
married
ready
to Santa.
No, I got, Rob is smiling like, I was thinking about it. I wanna be Santa. Rick, you look like you wanna be.
Dana,
Don't be a bunny.
could you ask Doug how much of a donation it would cost to get him to be Santa?
Tried, trust me, I have tried every day.
I think he would be the best Santa.
I think we did that Tuesday at the board meeting.
No, Santa, okay.
Okay,
Kids' Christmas canceled. Mrs. Claus if we need it.
so I do want to.
Say, Mrs.
No, I have the phone number for you. Not a Mrs., don't throw me in there.
I do want to open it up to Happy Bucks quick,
Yeah.
so that we still have a little bit of time. So I will start it out with, I'm gonna be $50 happy for Coco being nominated to be a student of the month, which I'm really happy about. She certainly does a lot to earn it. I'm gonna be 25 for Aiden. He's been a pleasure to watch, and I don't know, I think pretty much every sport. I think I've seen him in basketball, certainly, soccer, football, track. He's been a state champion in multiple things, and he's great to watch. Hope the wheel heals up. And then I'll be $25 also happy, just because everybody said go Ducks. I don't know how many times today.
I find you $5. I'll say it again, go Ducks.
So other happy bucks. Diane.
Dana reminded me I'm not supposed to promote my business, but I have donated my bags to Rotary and other places. But I will be $25 sad to the Lincoln County Foundation.
The other happy buck, somebody's gotta be happy, right?
Since we haven't been fully doing the whole Sergeant at Arms thing, we usually celebrate birthdays, anniversaries, wedding anniversaries. And so my 4-year club anniversary is on Sunday, so I will be $8 at.
I guess I was gonna wait until next week, but I should be another $25 happy for Coco's birthday coming up.
So I will do,
She's December 7th, but it's coming up fast, so she turns 18.
so I'll be, $11 happy. Our youngest grandson, who's relatively cranial and had never been really athletic, decided that he wanted to take up wrestling. And there was something about, a person of the opposite gender that wrestled, that somehow he was gonna get on the mat, be able to wrestle, so he thought that was a good thing. So now he's on the wrestling team at Fountain Hills High School. He's got a record of 1-1, and the other curious thing about it, for such a little kid, he's not so much anymore. He's like 6'2", 165, and he's a junior, so he's a pretty good kid on the wrestling mat. So $11, 1-1.
Any others? Oh, sure, Michelle, I don't know if you're gonna get the microphone.
So many things for that. We will especially need help on December 18th, 19th, and 20th, because the 19th and 20th are our distributions, 19th in Lincoln City, 20th in Newport. So if you have a couple hours to give, it's really helpful having people to grab the bags for the families, grab their food boxes and such, and get them out to their cars. So yeah, if you have a couple hours on that Friday and Saturday to come and hang out and help out with that, it would be amazing. And the Thursday, we'll be getting everything squared away, which is also the Thursday of the banquet, so that's gonna be fun. Yeah.
Okay, I will have then Julia come up with the secretary's report. So please welcome Julia.
Good afternoon, Rotarians.
Good afternoon.
Hey, Brian. So first item of interest for the secretary's report, I made mocha tres leches cake. That's what that is. You should take some, please. Thank you. And then also, with the guests we have in our room and off, there was any guests on Zoom. We had 7 guests, 2 visiting Rotarians. One of them was online and he left early, so I can't publicly shame him for not saying anything when he came in. We have 3 club members on Zoom and 27 members in person, so we had 39 people total in attendance today at our meeting.
39?
39, yes. The attendance has been amazing here, so thank you everybody for coming. The membership incentive, which just as a reminder for new members and people that don't know, is just free money for the club members. We just pick someone at random, and Signe Grumstead is winning $5 this week. I believe she's still on Zoom. Yep, congratulations, Signe. And if you're not here to receive that $5, then it'll roll into the next week and be 10 and so on. So thank you very much.
And John, do we have a social media before the 50-50?
We do. This week's social media winner is Diane Nelson. Congratulations, $5. This week's 50-50 is worth $78.50 to the winner. Hoping for someone not to win.
You've cursed me, you know that.
It's working.
Mark, did you get that one?
I also wanted to just mention the social media winner every week is randomly chosen out of the group of people that have interacted with our Facebook posts. So like our pictures, like the posts, comment something just in an interaction with our Facebook profile on Facebook. I've randomly chosen to win them.
So our next week's meeting, sorry, Diane, did you?
I want to donate my $5 to the Lincoln County.
Thank you. Mark was already getting it out for you there. So our next meeting is Thursday, December 11th here at noon. And our presentation is going to be our Students of the Month. I know normally that's near to the end of the month, but like we already talked about, but that's it for this month. So they're actually under the gun a little bit more than they normally are, and they actually get fewer meals. So if you want to be the December student. This will be our last regular meeting of the year. Again, our holiday celebration is December 18th. Yes, so that's, sorry, the 11th will be our last meeting. So please really try to make it next week, not only because it's our Students of the Month, which is always one of my favorite presentations. No offense. I did really like yours. And it'll be just for, if you can't make it to the holiday meal, you know, it might, depending on your contacts in the community, might be your last chance to see everybody until our January 8th meeting. With that, I will ask Noel, do you want to do the four-way test? Okay, thank you. Everybody please stand.
Okay, the four-way test of the things which need to say or do. First. Second. Is in favor of all concerned. Third. Build good and better friendships. Fourth. Be beneficial to all concerned. And fifth. Is it
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you.